Well, hello everybody, it's Bug-Eater64, and we're going to have a little flight here. This was originally just going to be a little test flight, and basically a review of the DCS World UH-1 HUEY and the Nimbus UH-1 HUEY from X-Plane 11. These are two beautifully rendered aircraft in two different formats, and I was going to do a review on them. Unfortunately, had an issue that showed up in DCS World, and I'm calling this Discretion is the better part of Valor, and I think you'll see why. So let's get inside the helicopter and let's fly this short little flight. We'll see you on the inside. Okay, so here we are inside in the HUEY, and we're in the Nevada range map, and we're just going to go through our normal startup procedures. So we'll be getting this done.
Rearming complete.
Very good. So we'll set up our gunners and get our door closed so we can, again, continue going through the startup procedure now that we're rearmed. And we've got, this was a quick mission that I set up so that I could get things going. And so there's bad guys not far from here. And so I've got my gunners and some rockets, and I'm ready to go play. So everything's ready to go. And so we'll get the engine spooling up here, and get my knee board, see where my position is and what direction I'm facing in regards to where I want to go. And basically, the enemy is to my left. So we're going to get this thing up to speed. Get down the taxiway, and as we're going down the taxiway, we'll start gaining speed and going through our transitional lift, and we'll be well and ready to go on our way and go find some bad guys. Everything's turned on, our generator is set, our inverter is set. Not turning any lights on, because one, I don't need them, and it's just another target for the bad guys to look at and shoot at. Okay, so everything was good. We're lifted off and started our little hover taxi down the taxiway. Radio altimeter was working fine. Artificial horizon looked like it was working fine. At this point, everything looks good. Out here on the taxiway and double check our direction, where we're headed. So, try to put the nose down, gain a little speed, pull back on the collective to gain some altitude as we get faster, to run through transitional lift and realize that my airspeed indicator is not showing anything. And my climb indicator is not showing anything. So at this point I decided, let's check some gauges, look at everything, make sure it's good. I know I've turned everything on. Everything was fine, or we got power to everything. Don't know why it's not working. But that being said, if I don't have a speed indicator, and I don't have a climb percentage indicator, I'm not going into battle. So I just decided, let's go back and land. And we'll figure out what was wrong and do this again later. If everything isn't working, I just can't see going into battle with a broken ship. And at this moment, there's something broken in this ship. So we'll come back a little bit later and try it again and see if everything's working. That's just a matter of hover taxiing back to our landing pad, and we'll set her back down. Okay. So we're just going to ease up here and park. There's just a program issue where, you know, every once in a while you load up an aircraft and things just don't work. Although there was a very large DCS World update yesterday, and I didn't do any flying it, I just did the update. So hopefully they didn't break my bird with the update, but I'll find out when I reload it and try another flight. But this one was interesting. So I got down here, I landed, and I just started looking at gauges, trying to figure out what went wrong. Checked all my electrical stuff. It was all turned on right where it was supposed to be. So, not sure what happened. But, made for a nice little go to the end of the runway, turn around and come home flight. All right, there we have it. And as you can see, everything went extremely well. You know, the aircraft flew great and so on. But once I lifted off, I suddenly didn't have, as I started to gain speed going down the taxiway, which normally I'll do that. And then what we do is it'll start to lift and we'll get through transitional lift and get in the air and everything will be fine. Well, this time my airspeed indicator wasn't telling, even as I was gaining speed, it never moved. And then I also, my angle of attack, my climb and descent needle wasn't working also. So, you know, with those two issues, couldn't see going into a battle combat mission and not having airspeed indicator and, you know, instruments telling me exactly what's going on with my aircraft. So that's why I stopped, turned around, came back, and landed where I took off. So that's why this little short thing was just, things don't always go right. So discretion was the better part of valor. I'd have gone out there and got my butt shot off without having all my equipment working. Not a good idea. I get shot up enough in DCS world. I don't need help with something not working before I even get to the battlefield. So with that, hope you enjoyed it. And real soon we'll be doing another video where I actually get to do my review and comparison of these two very fine helicopters. So with that, we will see you very soon. This is Bug Eater 64 saying so long for now. And as always, safe flying.